The aim for this episode is to finish decorating up this fun folio. We are using digitals from the Digital Collage Club. This is a fairy butterfly themed folio. I hope you join me. Welcome, it's Barbara from Vienna, Austria. I'm assuming if you're here that you've seen the first two parts of this. If not, they are linked below for you. Let's get right to it. I think we still have quite a bit to do, and I definitely want to finish up this video. So we have this writing space here, which is just two pieces of A4 paper glued together to make this bigger flip out, and it is also a pocket here. I first glued them together and then I just glued around the three edges. So what I want to do is I want to decorate this here a little bit because this just looks so blank. So I was thinking we could add one of these two butterfly girls. This is a Digital Collage Club design team project. All of the digitals I'm using are linked below, as well as links with discount codes for you if you want to join the club. So let's see. So either her, so let's open this so that we know what would be next to it. This is a lot of blue going on here. I kind of want to break up the blue. So I think she would be better. And I want to try just some things that I have laying on my desk. I've also been working in other journals. So my desk, it looks like a bomb has struck. I have so many things laying around me, and I thought maybe I could just try using some of the things that are laying around here. And I'm thinking I want to have something that is kind of overhanging here. So it would just be like that. I don't know why. I could also center it here, but it seems better to do that. The gold is really nice next to this here. Or I also have this piece here, which is a piece of handmade wrapping paper in which my beautiful journal from Nadia arrived in, which is the journal I use for my ASMR videos. So that would be another option. I also really like this. This paper also has some gold sparkle in it. The blue-green kind of works with this, so that's a tough one. I like both of these, actually. Ooh, maybe we just do both of these. Actually, yeah, I like that. Let's do both. I also have a piece of book page, but maybe we don't need that. Let's see. Can hardly see any of it, but I kind of like it peeking out at the top and the bottom like this for some reason. I think the only thing is I need to tear here and here because those are straight edges. Otherwise, I think this is good. Everything is glued down. And now I want to go around her with this neon colored 2 rose metallic. It's called rose, but it's actually a purple. I don't know why they called it rose. But in any case, I think this color will work beautifully with her wings. So I'm just going to go around her wings with this. Again, this is one of the water-soluble neon color wax pastels. If you've never had these and you want to buy these from Caran d'Ache, please make sure you're getting the neon color 2, because there are also the neon color 1, which are not water-soluble. So watch out for that, so not that you're disappointed when you get home and you do this and then you can't dissolve it with water. Let's see how well it works on the paper. That's always the question. Does it work on the paper that you put it on? It's always actually better to put clear gesso first. I always remember that after I put it on. Not very helpful. So on each paper, of course, it's gonna have a different effect. Yeah, like here, it doesn't really blend out nicely. Yeah, well, that's my fault. On this paper, it blends much nicer. I have quickly dried it with my heat gun, and I'm just gonna put another layer because I think we can do better than this. Not not sure that made a huge difference, but maybe a little bit. Next, let's work on these 2 pages. So we have this one here, which is another fold out with 2 envelopes and a pocket here. So there's lots to do there. Maybe we should tackle that first. For this middle piece here, I would like to add a napkin. And I just went through my napkins and I thought either I could add this one. So I would go around these with my water brush. That I think would be really cute. And then we add some butterflies here and here. So that's the one option, using this. Or the other option is using a part of this one here. This says love is in the air. And we have these cute little birds. I mean, both would be cute. This one already has a butterfly on it. Maybe we just do this one. So I'm going to take my water brush and make a line where I want to tear it. You can also cut with your scissors, but I kind of like this method because this way I don't get a straight edge. Now it will just tear very easily where it has the water. And now I just need to make some room up there where the cutout is. So I think I'll just get rid of this flower here. I'll go along the edge here. And I'm just going to use my glue stick for this. I don't feel like messing around with decoupage because I usually mess it up and tear the napkin or something like that. So I just don't feel like dealing with that. So I'm going to take the easy way, the easy route, and just do it with my glue stick. It also gives you a different feel, of course. When you decoupage it with whatever Mod Podge or gel medium or whatever you want to use, you put it over and under the napkin, so it gives you a very different feeling at the end than if you just use glue stick and add the napkin on top, because this here kind of gives you a fabric feel, because I'm not going to go over it with any other media. Okay, now let's add the butterflies. I wanted to add butterflies in this color range. I have a lot of these left and I really love these bright colors. So again, I have painted their tips of the wings gold, all of them. So they're all like this shiny gold, which I think is gorgeous. Should we add another butterfly here maybe? Covering this partial butterfly. I don't know if I want to add anything underneath them, but I kind of think not. I think that would be too much going on. I'm gonna glue them down and I'm just contemplating how to glue them down. I don't think I want to do the foam tape because first of all, it's going to be two-dimensional, and second of all, I'm just worried that with these flapping in, they're just gonna start bending too much with time. So I think I will actually glue them on just regularly. Maybe not gluing all the way to the ends of the tips, but definitely having them glued down mostly. I will use my tacky glue for this. I have tacky glue again, yay! Our shops reopened again 3 days ago, and I immediately, well, on the second day, I went to Action. And I got tacky glue and some other bits. Of course, I couldn't just get tacky glue. That doesn't work. Oh, that's not good. If I have this here going over the edge, I think that's gonna cause problems because this is a pocket and I don't want it to get ruined. I mean, I don't want the butterfly to get ruined, so I'd rather put him down a little bit further like this. That's better. I have to show you what else I got. I had seen these in one of Maud's videos. If you don't know Maud, I will link her channel below. You should check her out. She has the cutest videos, and she's also working on a fairy journal. So maybe you want to look how she's doing it because her way is very different. She had showed these gorgeous stamps that she had gotten at Action in the Netherlands. They are just so cute. I haven't actually tried them out yet, but I've seen them in Mod's videos, so I know they're good and they're just so adorable. I was thinking maybe I can somehow add some of these in my journal here, but I am not sure yet. Okay, let's get back to the task. I'm gonna glue these down now. And I actually bought some more rhinestones, unbelievably. I don't know what is happening with me. I don't know even when I'm gonna use them. Maybe I'll add a couple in here, but I don't want this to be like a bling journal. Let me show you. So I got this cute box as well because I knew I needed something to put the gemstones in. Look at this whole box. This was one package and it's like a jewelry box in here. And there's so many really tiny ones. Maybe I'll add a couple here for accents, just tiny ones, but I really don't know yet. So everything is glued down. The tip of the wings are still free, so they still have a little bit of movement in them. I could still draw the antennae. Maybe I will do that afterwards. Now I want to make some journaling cards or tags for these two envelope pockets. Looking at the images from the Digital Collage Club, I think these don't have enough color to fit with the style of the rest here, which is quite colorful. So I want something with a little more contrast. So we have these, and I'm really loving these actually. So I'm going to cut these out without the black frame, and then we'll see how we can maybe collage some cards or tags with these. Coming back to our 12 by 12 paper pad, I think this one here works quite well as background for these, and it goes really well with this color scheme here. So I think I'll still add some bits under these images, but I think this is a good base. I just realized it is a bit of a shame to use this because look at the other side. These are really nice pieces to work with. They're beautifully vintage. So this paper pad is from Action. It's their own brand, so I cannot link it for you. I got it locally. I am sorry. Oh, this is a dilemma now because I really love these. I usually don't use these kind of pre-designed things, but these I really like. Yes, I have two of these, so that's good. There's two of each paper in that paper pad. And maybe I can use some parts. I like them all. I was gonna say maybe I can use some that I don't think I'll use, but I love all of these. In that same paper pad, there's also this one, which is a lot lighter. I'm not sure that I love this one. Definitely not as much as the other one. It would work. It would go with everything that's going on here. And on the other side, it has this one, which would also kind of work with this here. But I don't know if it's too dark. What do you think? Is it too dark? It's kind of dark. Yeah, I think I'll go with the lighter side. I cannot cut these up. I don't know. Usually I can just cut things up. This, I cannot. So maybe we'll use some of these parts in this journal at least. So I'm going to cut two pieces that will fit in these envelopes. I've rounded the corners as well with my large corner rounder. And I think they will fit in here well. Yeah, that's perfect. And I do want to, of course, ink the edges. And I bought another little helper at Action. You might know these from Tim Holtz. They're these tiny finger daubers. I always want to try these because they seem very convenient that you can just put them on your finger. It is a bit big, so I always have to hold it with this finger to make sure it doesn't come off. And I wasn't sure if I would like them. I was too stingy buying them from Tim Holtz, not knowing if I would actually like them. So there's 3 in a package and it was €1. So that was definitely worth trying. And I have played around with it already and I like it. It works really well. It's really comfortable to hold in your hand like this. And I'm really happy that I have them. Actually, I just realized it's not true. These are not from Action. After Action, I went to Teddy, which is a German chain. They also have a lot of craft supplies for really good deals, and yeah, they had these there, not at Action. What I could also do is I could have one card like this and one card like this. That would be okay as well. And I could have one of the images more on the top and one on the bottom, just to make them a little bit different. And now I need to find some pieces that I can kind of tuck in underneath to put a little more interest to the background. Actually, there's some bits here that I could probably use, like for example this one here, maybe even this one, maybe this one. So I'll cut a few of these out and then we'll play with those. I have cut out these 5 pieces and inked them up, so let's play with these. I'm not sure this blue one is gonna work. I like that it says please handle carefully here, because that is cute with the butterflies. Maybe that can actually work. I feel like that's a good start for both of these. I'm just gonna go through my smaller ephemera pieces and sewn pieces to see what else I could add to add a little bit more to the background. I have no space next to me anymore. This is ridiculous. It needs something else here, otherwise I'm happy with this. Let's just find that whatever's missing here. Maybe it's a part of this one here, which is just a watercolor colored book page, and then just sewing right through it. Yes, I like it. Everything is glued down. I would like to just quickly explain why I think these collages work. This is of course my personal opinion, you might not agree. So I think this one works well because it clearly shows the focal image popping out. I did bring out some of the red here in my pieces around it, but not in a way that it would distract from my focal point. The other colors you see here are all neutral. And what I usually like doing is just surrounding my focal image with other non-distracting pieces around it. So here actually I'm missing a piece, but I think that looks nice anyway. And on this one, you see, I also tried to bring out these more like peachy, orangey colors by using this piece here and by using this piece here. And then I also kind of tried to bring out the green, which is here and here in the background, by using this piece. And of course, it's always nice to add some extra texture as well. Neutral pieces always work. There's a bit of a gold sparkle there. So I think even though the images are in a similar style, the cards in the end look quite different, which is awesome. I am now just thinking whether I want to add a tab on them or not. Actually, they don't need a tab because you can very easily pull them out like this. I'll just leave it as they are for now, I think. So we will still need something for in here, but I will think about that later. These here actually definitely need some splattering, so I will do that later. And I think they also do need antennae. Let's do the antennae now. Sometimes I like adding the antennae with some sewing thread, just bunching it up and then stuffing it in there, but I think for this journal I would like to keep it more whimsical, so I'm just going to use a 0.3 black felt tip pen and just draw some antennae like that. Try to just keep it a little more whimsical. Do we want to add something here? We do, don't we? Okay, let's figure this out. I think I want to add this image here. And I don't want to add a lot underneath because I love the paper. And I think, I don't know, he kind of looks very delicate with these leaves like that. So I don't really want to like add a lot to it. Maybe a piece of old book page. This is from a plant book in German. Maybe something like this, and maybe something from here. Yeah, maybe just like that. So I will just glue that down. I really often think less is more. I think it's beautiful, just like that. Okay, let's flip this around again. And let's see what to do with this one. So it's next to this, so we have to keep that in mind. Maybe this would be a good place for her. I will just kind of have her floating here because I definitely don't want to cover any of this up. She can just kind of sit here like this was a cloud. And I will take my neon color 2 gentian blue again to go around her wings. I'm super happy with how this turned out. It took a while to actually fan this out quite evenly, but I think it turned out really well. So this is the place where we have some writing pages underneath. So now we actually have all of our surfaces decorated, and it's time to make some final touches. So I definitely want to add some splatters to a lot of these, in probably like a black blue. And then I also want to add some sentiments. Something I nearly forgot as well is we have a few large pockets that we need to fill, and I still have these pages from the junk journal kit. It's the Vintage Fairies junk journal kit. This will be linked below as well. And I think I will just add these pages to the large pockets for extra fun journaling space. As you see, I have already cut them apart and I've inked up the edges on the back as well. They are white in the back, but I think that's okay. If something like that bothers you, then you can obviously spray it with some coffee dye. So let's check, where are our pockets that we need to put stuff into. So one is right here. So we'll add this one here. Then we have another one right here. We can, maybe, doesn't really matter, we can take this one. And this one I think we'll have to fold a little bit. Yeah, obviously this is not deep enough. We could also stick one in here. I think we have enough to put one there, but maybe we'll decide that after all the other ones are full. Then we have one behind this writing space. We'll add her. We have one here. There's a lot of pockets. Okay, where else? Yep, there's one here. I don't think I'm gonna have enough. There's also one here. Oh no, I ran out. Because I know there's also one up here. There's one here still. So I need something for that. And I just realized there's another one here. So I need at least 2 more things. One image from this kit that I really love is this one. I will cut her out and then mount her on something and then put her behind this writing space here. I think she goes well on this cardstock, which is one of the ones that we used for the journaling cards that we used for the envelopes. So that's what she looks like mounted now. This is the back side. I've already inked it up. And this will definitely need a tab on the side because otherwise it will disappear into the pocket. So let's add a tab on this side. And again, I'm going to use one here from my own tabs. I will link these again for you. Oh, maybe this blue one would work nicely. I love that they have some fun shapes. Oh, that's perfect. I'm going to hang a bulldog clip off the side of this. I'm going to cut a piece of this beautiful fabric. Try to fray it a little bit so we can just poke this through. So that's one piece. I want more than one piece, something else. Could add a piece of this golden lace that I used a lot in my, well, not a lot, but I used it in my Art Deco junk journal. I think that's cute already. And then I'll just make a hole in the tab. A small one like that. And I'll just put this through. Like that. That just adds something cute, dangly. Who doesn't like cute and dangly? And that can just stick out like this. And that fits perfectly with the colors to this as well. So the final pocket is the one up here. Let's flip this back again. So this one here, I still have so many butterflies left over that I have already fussy cut and inked and painted. So I want to use something from here. He's gorgeous. Maybe I can use him. He's not going to be enough. I'll probably need another one. We could stick to the blue and take him. I think he's the only blue one I have left. Yeah, so these 2 maybe. So we'll have to come up with a way to collage these on something. I want to add them onto a background like this. This is my salt coffee watercolor dyed paper. I think that would make a pretty nice background. So I do need to mount this on something. I will just use this here. Have this as a back side. I'll mount them on here. It is wide enough. It is actually too wide for our pocket. So let's just cut it down. Make sure that it slides in easily. And let's have it go all the way up. Maybe we add a tab. Let's see. So I've mounted it onto this cardstock. I have rounded the edges and inked it up. So now let's see if we can place these on here. I don't know, just like this. Yep, just like this. I'll make it really simple. We'll add some splatters, maybe add a sentiment, a topper, and I think that's ready to go. I want to have the paper scene. Don't want to cover any of that up, so I will just glue them down. It might look like it, but this is really not a fast process for me. I know it might look like it on the video, because everything you see is very concise, because I leave out all the gluing, the inking, cutting, all of that, because I don't see the value in that for you. But it means I'm doing a lot, of course, behind the scenes, basically. So I have been filming here for quite a few hours until now, and we're not done yet. So I'm just saying that for you to realize that it takes me a while to do these journals or folios as well. It's not as quick as it might seem on camera. Okay, so this is good. There is even space for a tab if we wanted to. Let's see if any of mine will fit. Yep, that one would work. Or this one, maybe a bit dark. This one maybe has some gold in it. Yeah, I think this one is good. I think if I would have done this in real time, like if I would have shown you everything that I do on the side, this could have been like a 10-part series, to be honest. But I just want to show you the parts that hopefully will give you some ideas and some inspiration. Okay, we have our tab. Actually, I'm not going to stick it in yet because we'll probably add a sentiment. Okay, so now it is time for some splattering. I want to do that before I add the sentiment so that I don't splatter the sentiments, so that we can actually still read them afterwards. Let's start out splattering the tag here. I have here my White Nights watercolors. These are very, very strongly pigmented. They are, I believe, artist grade. It says artist's watercolor. I don't know if that means if they're artist grade. They are more expensive. And I'm going to use this color. I can't read the color. Anyway, it's like this beautiful dark turquoise. I believe this is almost going to look black. In any case, it's a beautiful color. Wow, it's gorgeous. Okay, I think that's good for this one. I think it adds so much. It just adds a lot of depth, I think, to the piece. Definitely need some splatters here. Love it. Okay, put this back. And we'll add some here as well. Apologies for the abrupt end of the splattering. I was majorly challenged technically. I thought I had actually lost all the footage of this episode. Thankfully, I was able to still use it, but I lost 6 to 7 hours dealing with everything. I'm happy I have the footage. I've done some things in the meantime. Let me give you a flip through of the final folio. It is huge and it has so many pockets, and I forgot a whole section of the folio. So as you can see, I've also added some dark splatters here, which I think added a lot of depth to it. So love that. Didn't do anything to the background. I'm leaving it as it is. The background, the back cover. Or maybe we'll do a bulk check. So this is how thick it is. I wouldn't want to go much thicker than this. I will do my best to show you everything. It's not all gonna fit on camera, so please just work with me. Okay, so this, you know, I've added some splatters here and here. Then we open it like this. I'm gonna start off on this side. So we have this section. I'm going to give you a flip through of the whole thing, even the things we've done together, just so you have a picture of what the whole thing now looks like in the end. On this one, I just added the sentiment wish. So I added sentiments throughout the folio. These are my fairy sentiments from my shop. I will link those below for you. This is from the Digital Collage Club. This was in the Vintage Fairies kit. Really cute little envelope that I glued together, and inside I added this, which was also part of that same sheet from the Digital Collage Club. Super, super cute. I really wanted to add this up here together. Then here I added fairies this way. So here, you know, we have this paper that you can journal on. Here we have just a blank writing space. Didn't do anything with that. I might actually add a butterfly or something to that. And now opening this, we have our beautiful star of the folio. And here's a sentiment that says, spread your wings and let the fairy in you fly. And I just think this goes so perfectly with this image. I'm so happy these found each other. So let's put this back together. I just love this construction. I would have never come up with this. So moving on to this section. So here I added the sentiment, no one can do it for you, choose to use your wings, which I thought was a very, very well placed for this beautiful fairy lady. Then, as you know, this opens up here. We have a lot of writing space. We put this back into our little tab here. Then here we have a pocket in which we added this here from the club. We also have a pocket here. Let's just open this whole thing. So we have a pocket here. So you know we added this. Then this is the envelope we made together. We have this collage. I added the sentiment, find that magical place in this world and live there. One thing that happened, it's so typical for me. Of course, I was impatient. I added some splattering here and I wanted them to dry. And I used my heat gun. Look what it did. It made a hole in the plastic, obviously. But now I kind of think it's cool. It adds an unexpected element in here. It makes it even look more vintage. Here I added the sentiment, may you touch dragonflies and stars, dance with fairies and talk to the moon, because she definitely looks like she's dancing. So I thought that was very appropriate. Here I added the word believe, which ties into our cover word here, which also says believe. So I kind of like that those two go together. Then, oh, I forgot. Here we added another print from the Fairies kit, the Digital Collage Club. Yeah, here, as you know, we have our writing space. So we can close this. Now moving here, I added a paper clip here because there's a lot going on. So as I said, I actually completely missed the whole part underneath this envelope. So here, this one we've done together. I've added the fairies welcome. So here's just a bunch of writing space. Then here's a pocket for more journal space. I actually completely lost overview of what pockets are. Okay, let's do this. So if we move this up, oh yeah, here I added leave room in your garden for fairies to dance, because this kind of looks like a garden to me, or like it could be in a garden. So I had completely forgotten about this whole section. So let's start on top here. It's really hard to maneuver this huge thing. So the back of this envelope was completely blank. So I added another one of my coffee dyed papers, which was sprinkled with gold and had these beautiful elements on it. And then I just added these 3 butterflies and some splattering. Inside, I had forgotten that as well, that we need to put something inside. I added this, which was another one of my coffee dyed papers, which had a fairy on it, so that was perfect. I stuck these 2 butterflies on, added just some splattering and the sentiment, sprinkle your fairy dust wherever you go. I think that's really cute. Has lots of journaling space on the back. Yeah, so I wanted to add something here. So this was completely brown. So I added another one of my coffee and salt dyed papers. And then there were these images that I really liked from the Digital Collage Club. So I added this paper clip. I added a part of that hanky, which we also have on the spine. So I wanted to carry that into the journal. Also, the purple goes with the purple here. So it ties in with this part of the book. And then I have to move this. This just flips out like this. It's really long. So it has 6 panels with these gorgeous images that are all from the club. The back is blank for writing. There is one flaw with this though. You cannot just flip it over like this because I added a tab here. And now, of course, that tab is hindering it from being able to flip down. So I actually have to always open it at least like this, which is totally fine. And then you can see I made a pocket here, add another butterfly with sprinkles, and it says make a wish and always dream. And in this pocket, I added another one of the beautiful Digital Collage Club images. I really love this one. And just backed it with some cardstock. And so this is held closed because it kind of goes like that. So I definitely wanted to close that. This pretty paper clip. And so this flips down and this is secured because I don't want this flap to flap around. And so this is just secured with a paper clip right there. And I think, is that all? Oh no, that's not all, wait. There's another section. So you close this, you open this. This is so crazy, actually. I never knew this was gonna be so intricate. This says, think of the happiest things. It's the same as having wings. I think that's really cute. Added some more splatters here. So then you know we have this little, not so little tab here. With, I really like this dangle here. There's some space on the back. And up here, finally, we have this. I added some splatters, as you can see. I added, those who don't believe in magic will never find it. And then, as you know, this opens up. And we have our butterflies here with the splattering. It says faith, trust, and pixie dust. And we have our 2 collages here. Both have some writing space in the back. My goodness, if I would have known this would turn into such a mega project, I don't think I would have ever started this. And then here I added the splatters and, well, we've done that together actually. And I added the sentiment saying, always believe that something wonderful is about to happen. So that goes in here. Now I think that's it. What a crazy project, but it's fun. I mean, I'm super happy with how it turned out. These here really are worrying me because they are so fragile. Go make a folio. Go check out the printables. All the links are below. Have fun with this. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love you guys. Mwah! Mwah!